So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I've already done my foundation concealing. We're just going to go ahead and get started with contouring. And I'm just using kind of a flat chiseling brush. And this is going to be a cream contour color. This is called Copper Beach. I'm just going to be contouring my cheeks and the sides of my temple. And then also my hairline. I'm going to fast forward through this very quickly just because it was very time consuming to blend. So you guys can go ahead and see how I did that. So now I'm just going to take my Rimmel bronzer with a 109 brush and I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out a little bit more. Now of course Kim Kardashian likes to contour her nose, so that's what I'm going to be doing here with the same bronzer. Just going to go down the sides of my nose and the tip of my nose just to blend it out a little bit, give a little bit more dimension to the face. So now I'm taking Radiant Rose. I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the high points of my face, underneath my eyes, my chin, my cupid's bow, my forehead, and down the center of my nose. And then I'm just going to go ahead and blend that out, just like I did in my foundation tutorial. So now I'm going to go in with espresso, and then of course my gel, my setting gel, brow gel, and that wasn't clear, but basically I'm just going to change the shape of my brow a little bit, and just to make it not as harsh and angled, I'm just going to make it a little bit softer by rounding out the top and filling them in a little bit more than I normally would in terms of thickness, just because her brows are definitely shaped differently than mine are. So I'm just going to elongate the front of them and the tail, and then I'm also going to round out my arch since my arch is very pronounced, and then I'm going to do the same to the other brow, obviously. Now I'm just going to go in with my concealer just to kind of define my brows a little bit more, kind of clean them up a little bit underneath and make sure that the shape looks natural, as if it were my real brows. So I also did this in my brow tutorial if you wanted to go ahead and watch that. But we're just going to go ahead and blend that out. And then the first color we're going to be using is going to be Mylar. Mylar is going to be our highlight color under our brow bone. So we're just going to take that on a flat shader brush and then highlight underneath the brow. And we're really just going to pack this on so that we have a nice contrast between the transition color and the highlight color underneath the brow bone. Here's a little closer look so you guys can see a little bit better. Now I'm taking Smolder. This part I didn't film very well, but basically you want to line your top lash line kind of the way it looks there, and then start to shade it in, and also create that pronounced outer V with a black shadow. This is going to create a good kind of a base for the smoky eye effect that we're going for, because hers is very angular, and that's kind of what we're trying to do in terms of the shape of the actual shadow. So we're going to use a flat shader brush to kind of make that angle very sharp. And here I'm using a 224 with Cork, and this is just going to be our first transition color. You're just going to want to go ahead and blend out the black so it doesn't look as harsh. And you're going to bring this pretty far up into the crease, and also bring it in towards your nose a little bit more, just to accentuate that contour that we were doing. With the 217 brush, I'm going in with Handwritten and Swiss Chocolate, and this is going to be the secondary transition color. This is what we're going to place on top of the first transition color, just to make it a little bit deeper and also smoke it out even more than before. So this is going to be more of that very warm, kind of toasty, chocolatey, beautiful fall color that we're going to be using kind of on the outer corner, and then bringing it into the crease as well. And then after you do that, you're just going to want to take a 224 and blend that all together. Sorry, it's a bit blurry here. Just want to make sure it's nice and faded so it creates a gradient. We're going to go back in with Carbon and a 217 again, and then just make sure that that outer corner is nice and dark and black. So go ahead and pack on that black color just on the outer corner, and then start to bring it in a little bit into the crease too. And then you're going to want to blend those all together again. Going back in with Smolder, we're just going to line our waterline and our tight line. And then you're going to also want to drag a little bit underneath the lash line, and I'll show you guys that in a second. But just go ahead and use your darkest black liner just to do that, just so that we have a lot of darkness around the eyes, just like she does. You're going to want to do kind of an inner corner triangle as well, because she does that a lot. It's one of her signature makeup looks. And then here I am again, kind of putting some liner underneath. I'm going to take a pencil brush and Swiss Chocolate again. This is going to be the color that we're going to use to blend out the bottom lash line and kind of smoke it out a little bit more, and also connect it to the top part of the shadow that we did earlier so that it looks more cohesive. That way the entire smoky eye is connected and not separated in any parts. So you're just going to blend that, use a very generous amount to kind of blend that out and smoke it out on the bottom. This part very well either, but we're gonna go ahead and line our top lash line with a dark liquid liner. We're just gonna wing it out. You guys can kind of see the way I'm doing it here too. So you just want to wing it out a little bit. Make sure that that line is very, very sharp too. So now I'm going in with Ricepaper on a flat shader brush to highlight my inner corner. Then after doing that, I'm just going to apply my CREME Lashes. These are in 74.7, I believe. And then I'm going to use my Maybelline Falsies mascara. This is in waterproof. I love the waterproof Maybelline mascaras. They're my favorite. I'm just going to generously coat my lashes with this to make them nice and thick at the base and then very wispy at the ends. So you guys can kind of see how I apply my mascara. I'm just going in with Peachtwist Blush. And this is kind of like a warm, kind of a full, it's very like more of a burnt color. I really like it. It's kind of like a bronzy, burnt, like rosy color. And here I'm just going to highlight with Too Chic. This is limited edition. I have like 3 of those. And then Have to Have It liner, which is going to be a more of a natural brown with some pink undertones. This is just going to be used to outline my lips. I'm going to kind of accentuate my Cupid's bow a little bit more than I normally would, just because of the shape of her lips as well. I kind of want to match that a little bit more. We're going to use Vegas Full as our lipstick choice. And then just add that on top of the liner, kind of blend it in together. And then I'm going to be using Pink Lemonade on top of it just to lighten it up a little bit, because the lipstick that she had in the picture that I got this look from was a little bit lighter than Vegas Full by itself. So now we're done with that. We're just going to go ahead and start with the hair. So with the hair, you just want to take it down and brush it thoroughly to make sure that there aren't any knots. That way when we put up our hair into the top knot, there won't be any bumps or any knots or anything like that. So just thoroughly brush through your hair. You're going to need 2 hair ties. For me, I like to use 2 hair ties, but you're going to want to start to comb your hair back into a very high ponytail, making sure all the hair is kind of evenly distributed into that ponytail. That way you don't have any bumps when you initially put up your hair. Make sure to tie it very tightly and make sure to brush the back of the hair as well. Otherwise you're going to have a bumpy like a back head, and that's not cute. So go ahead and do that, and then tie up your hair as tightly as you can in that high ponytail. So you're going to take your extra hold hairspray, and you're going to go ahead and spray the top of your head with the hairspray, and then you're actually going to take a toothbrush, make sure it's a clean toothbrush, spray the toothbrush with some hairspray and start to comb through your hair with that toothbrush. This is going to basically put all the stray hairs back and comb them into your hair to make that top part flat so it looks very clean and very sleek. You guys can see I have a little bit of baby hairs that I'm going to try and kind of fix, but if you have that issue too, go ahead and take a little bit more time just to smooth them down and blend them into the back of your hair as well. After securing my ponytail, I'm going to go ahead and twist the rest of my hair into the bun, and I like to take the ends of my hair and kind of tuck it underneath the bun, and then I like to actually take a very tight elastic hair tie, and I go in with a second one, and I actually wrap this around the bun as well, just because my hair is so thick and long. And then afterwards I actually start to pin down the bun, and this is what's going to help secure it a little bit more so that it doesn't start to flop around and look kind of funky. So you're basically going to just want to touch up with more hairspray. I'm just going to do the back of my head. That way the back looks more put together too. But this is a really good kind of a way to do your hair when you're kind of in a rush to go somewhere and you want something really sleek and classy. It's like a messy top knot, and I really love doing this on the days when I have really bad hair days when my hair is down. So that's basically all you have to do to secure any other parts that you have to secure, and then we're all finished. So here's the completed look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it's a really great look for fall time. I think I'm probably going to wear this out for Thanksgiving. Not out for Thanksgiving, but for Thanksgiving dinner. Just because it's so like fall-esque. this is going to be definitely a look that you can wear out too. But other than that, I'll see you guys later, and thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!